Connecting.
Hi folks, with EVE Online's summer expansion Cradle of War launching on June the 9th, I thought it might be prudent to take a look at a couple of major elements. I'm going to be focusing on the new military operations, how to find them, how they work, and how you as a player can contribute. A bit later we'll be taking a quick look at the new achievements and what that means for you. I will be looking at the new Starter Space Exordium on live streams on Twitch and Kick over the coming week. All footage in this video is recorded from the test server Singularity, so things may look a little different in the final release. So, getting into it, each of the 4 empires in EVE, the Amarr, the Caldari, the Gallenti and the Minmatar, have a military campaign. This is essentially a story where the outcome is controlled by player activities and contributions. There are 2 potential outcomes for each empire. Success means the construction of gates, lower taxes for a period of time, or many other things. Failure may mean those gates don't get constructed, or those reduced taxes aren't for as long a time. Each campaign runs in segments with clear durations, and each segment contributing to the overall campaign. So there's 2 ways of getting into these military campaigns. One is via the opportunities window, where you get an easy to access block, and these all look very familiar. These are essentially freelance jobs. You can click on one, select it, select participate, and you can drop in and out of these at any time, depending on what your feel is, what your mood is, your availability, how long can you spend in an activity, that sort of thing. Another way of getting into these into the Theatres of War is via the Theatres of War window. You've got a campaign section. You can then select your desired military campaign, click into it, and it will give you some recommended objectives, a bit of an overview of the status of the campaign, how many people have contributed, what duration is left, how many objectives have been completed, all of the available objectives or tasks, which are all essentially, as I said, freelance jobs. And then if you scroll down further within that, you've then got an explanation of the campaign, the success outcomes, the failure outcomes. And then at the bottom is an overview of the kind of operational area, the geography of the war zone. And there are tasks here that are available for everyone. Industrial things like build cormorants, build cormorant navy issues, build hornets. But they'll give you stations that you can, so they kind of define which stations you can do those builds in. So you participate, you go and do your builds, complete your task, you then claim your rewards, and then you can resign from the task if you want to, go and do another task. You can select multiple tasks at the same time. And you've also got things for the more as well with the mining. You've got mining, hacking, combat missions, basic combat missions, all sorts of things that you can do. Lower down, you do have things that are very much more faction warfare based, and you will need to enlist with your factional warfare side in order to contribute and participate in some of these more PvP based actions. But you don't have to. You can do all this high sec stuff and still contribute. Now at this point, I've already taken part in some Minmatar activity. I selected and joined this Destroy Hostiles in Minmatar High Sec, and that's just NPC rats. You go out, shoot some, and you can claim a reward of ISK and loyalty points per contribution. And then when you've done that, you can resign. You can decide, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I'll resign, and then it removes it from your tracker. although it will still be there for a minute. I now go back into opportunities. I can now pick Caldari activities, and I'm going to pick destroy hostiles in Caldari Isaac, which have to be done in Oipo, Hajinan, Isinoka, Piak, or Yoma. Other activities, such as this one, have a much smaller list of available valid locations where you have to carry out that task in order to get your rewards and the contribution to count. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pick a bunch of these, hit participate now. They will go onto the tracker as I join them. Let's grab this one as well. And you can participate in multiple tasks at a time, and they will get joined onto the tracker as you select them. So I'm picking up lots of destroy hostiles in Caldari Highsec, Caldari Space, and each one does define where those contributions will count. Each one of these is now showing in my active track, and if I go out and start shooting NPC rats, I will get contributions for each of these. Okay, so I've been shooting some stuff, and it looks like I've completed all of my progress objectives for the tasks that I participated in. I'll go to my opportunities window, go to my active, it's got all my rewards there, so there we go. I can claim all of these rewards now because I've completed everything. I get to claim everything, and there we go. So these now, they're done. I can't resign from them, but I can untrack them now that I've completed them. So I've made my contribution. So let's untrack all of these. Go back here, untrack, and I've done my participatory bit. And you can filter these out. I'm doing it the long way round. There we go. And that one. Now when we go and look at the Theatres of War, the campaign section, let's have a look at the Caldari. Now it shows overall no objectives completed, but that's because the massed objective hasn't been completed. I've completed my part. I've done my maximum contribution. We're on the test servers, so no one else is doing all of the campaign things. But as progress goes along, if people were to complete all of these other tasks that I've been participating in, then you would start to see completed objectives being highlighted here. As it is, now that I've completed that objective, there are other objectives available to me, which I can see still in the opportunities window. So I can still go mining, I can still go hacking, doing missions and things like that. So there's lots of other things. Each one, your part is just a tiny fraction of the overall thing. And if players come together and complete all of these, then that's great. So one thing to note, you can pick and choose, not just which tasks you do, which jobs you pick up, but you can pick up where you want to go. So say I've now done some stuff for the Caldari, but I want to go over to, maybe I've got to go over to Galenti Space for whatever reason. I could go and pick up Galenti objectives by going to Galenti Space and picking up their objectives and doing them. You can participate anywhere. This is so open and broad that you're not limited. The only restriction is if you start participating in the factional warfare stuff and you have to enlist with one side or another, then that's going to affect your standings for the other side, and you may not be able to join all of the faction warfare stuff. But for just the high-sec stuff, you can go anywhere you like and do as many things and pick up as many rewards as you like. So, one thing to look at is my rewards. We got 4, 5, 6 million out of that. I completed four objectives, 6 million ISK in the space of about 15-20 minutes. Nice easy ISK if you can get into it. For new players, this is going to be a fantastic little reward pot if they want to stick with PvE. If they want to get into the PvP, the reward pots for doing the PvP part and being successful will be kind of equivalent, if not greater. And at the same time, you're also getting LP rewards with your local navy, whichever one that is that you're going and joining. And another thing with that is you may, as a result of carrying out these objectives, these freelance jobs, you may complete air career program rewards. Objectives. It might be, I don't know what I've done there, but I just claimed them all. But yeah, it might be shoot so many NPCs, so you get a reward for that. It might be jump through a gate, you get a reward for that. And as you're travelling around carrying out these tasks, you will get your various air career program rewards as well. For new players, this is going to be a rapid build-up to completing these objectives and claiming all your rewards and getting all your loot. So, now that I'm docked, one last thing to touch on. Another thing that's being brought in, as I mentioned at the start of the video, is an achievement tracker. Much like the old activity tracker, but this time implemented in a much better way. If you go to your menu, go to Paragon Services and then click on Achievements, you get to view all of the achievements that you are currently working on, maybe that you have completed. They'll be shown lower down. You can pin achievements, and you get an opportunity to claim rewards once you have completed achievements. They're all for different things. So we've got Starbound, jump through 75 different stargates. I've done 6 so far in my pottering around so far. Threat elimination, deal the most damage to 10,000 non-capsuleers destroyed in high-sec. I've done 110 so far. That was just from doing those 4 military campaign objectives, so this will stack up quite quickly. Signature sweeper, I did a little bit of scanning there to see if I could find a combat site, which I did. So I scanned down a number of signatures. If you select it, and it will give you 10 achievement points for completing it. Actually, this one is Signature Sweeper, complete 30 combat sites. So, and you've got various milestones in there as well, which all have different levels of rewards, depending on how you complete them. So I misread Signature Sweeper as just scan things, but yeah, complete 30 combat sites. I've done a number of those so far. If I wanted to pin this, once I've clicked on it, I can pin it. It goes into my pinned tab. If I want to specifically track it, I can add it to a tracker, and it'll end up showing it in amongst other tracked things. I'm going to untrack it. So you can track whatever you want. You can pin whatever you want. You can unpin, of course. Signature sweeper, signature resolved is actually just scanning down signatures, again with various levels of milestones. I need to scan quite a few more things, and that's, you know, anywhere. This is any cosmic signature. These achievements, unless they're specific to a region or an area, so like the threat elimination, destroy NPCs in high-sec, I'm not going to get anything for that for ratting in null. Stellar exploration, enter 30 different solar systems. So you'll get points for every different solar system that you jump into. State surveyor, visit all systems in specified regions around Caldari space. So visit all systems in Blackrise, the Citadel, the Forge and Lone Trek, and I'll get a reward for that. And that was it. That was the last one. So yeah, and more of these will come online as you progress, as you start certain activities. There are a whole bunch of them. These are like the overalls, catching ruts. That's the one we haven't started. That's low sec. Complex warfare. I mean, some of these I personally won't touch, but some will complete very quickly because they'll get the Capture 5 factional warfare complexes very quickly, especially if they're participating in the freelance jobs that say go and capture complexes. So things link into each other. Enter the Abyss, complete 200 abyssal runs. Well, we know people who complete that in very short order. Applying damage, can participate in a duel with another Capsuleer. Do the most damage to 5 Capsuleers destroyed in high sec. So that's probably going to be war conditions, no doubt. And all sorts of things. Then you can go into exploration, hacking, exploration, travelling. Some of these we haven't started. Some of these, I mean, these are all largely travel and moving around. Industry, mining, moonals, gas huffing, manufacturing. All very simple tasks. Certain industrialists will clear these quite quickly, and you might find you kind of lean towards certain activities more than others. And then there's some others, complete epic arcs. I don't know what this one is. This is test servers, so that's it'll probably be clarified on the live server. And another one, peer reviewed. Here's one, submit 200 samples for Project Discovery. Still trying to get you to do achievements, and still, you know, Project Discovery isn't a forgotten thing. People are still doing it. People will submit. You know, this will take a few days to complete for some people, but that's just for the first milestone. Then you get second milestone, higher rewards, and you get titles with some of these. Where they've got a yellow thing in there, it says you get a title, and you can claim that title and add it to your profile. And then you can pick which titles you want. We'll look more at this maybe in a couple of months' time when stuff has flowed out more. People have done achievements. I might have completed achievements by that point, and yeah, we can look at those and see how we are progressing. But there's an overview. You've got your campaigns as well. I think you get titles for these. Prime Restoration, there we go. Reach maximum contribution in objectives in the Minmatar Stock Mini Restoration campaign. So you can complete objectives for the towards your chosen empires or all of your empires, and go and achieve rewards and titles for those as well, which I think is really cool. So, Cradle of War starts June the 9th. We've looked at 2 things here. There's a lot more scope in Cradle of War. We've got the Navy destroyers. We've got commands, carriers, various ships and modules getting a buff. Micro warp drives get a significant buff. Some of their penalties have been turned down. Command battle cruisers get a much bigger cargo bay for charges and things like that. The new command carriers and their ability, they're going to take some time to come into the game. We're not going to be seeing those for about a week because as Tech 2 ships don't need to be invented. But what I've covered here is the military campaigns, the achievements. On streams I'll be looking at the ships in maybe a bit of detail. I will be looking at Exordium. I will be doing a new character and starting off in Exordium and starting from the beginning, where all the career agents are, and doing the tutorial with that. So if you want to see that, tune into the streams, and in the meantime, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in Twitch and Kick. Cheers.